zero-handed tight end.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Off the play fake, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devontae Wyatt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, Love to pass. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Love now. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Love. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing. Love. Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Reagor from 6 yards away. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended receiver. And it's stopped short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And look at this Packers defense. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. And that's caught inside the 30. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw now. Here's Love. Yeah, he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tommy Tremble with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Carson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Mariota now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And the Bucs is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive one made it to the end zone. Drive two resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Jalen Reagor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
There's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and duck.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jalen Reagor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. A 1st down throw for Mariota. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Mariota. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line.
And the Vikings 1st down.
To throw Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Mariota's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Again, it's Mariota. He finds his man, incomplete. It's Garner. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mariota. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Mariota. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Corey Walker in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing, Mariota. That's out to the flat for Akers. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Love now to pass on 1st down. And caught by Trimble. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Going back to Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're trying for Reagor, but it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On 1st and 10, Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Final play of the half, Love. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Send him over to our team so we don't have him anymore? Because he's really having a heck of a ground game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ty Chandler. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Kingsley Enagbare able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that,
It's caught at the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Love now. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Throwing. Love. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Packers just continue to roll. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out.
There he goes left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Vikings.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Quay Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And here's Ryan Wright now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. And it's a Packers touchdown. Ty Chandler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen
rush coming, and he's taken down. Quay Walker getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Nifty move. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, it's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tommy Trimble from 6 yards away. And the Packers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
To throw is Mariota. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except to play and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic out.
3 touchdowns so far. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Love looking to throw it. Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Reagor with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers have got it on cruise control. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just got on to that big lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. The offense on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First down, Mariota. Open man is Samuel, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, Mariota. Over the middle, complete to Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 53 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A second down throw for Love. There's Trimble, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. To the air again, Love. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the gun, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Mariota work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of them.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Kingsley Edenbari able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. Jalen Reagor in the offense back out for another series here. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow.
It's caught inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw now. Here's Love. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there is no shortage of it.